Libby. Well, for this video today, you gave me the brilliant idea to tell the story of our second night at BYS. For those of you who might not know, BYS is just a little get-together over at BSU, the college, and we just stay for 3 days and 2 nights and we do some stuff, and you can choose your roommate. And so, Libby, I chose you. Now, the first night, we were fine. I mean, we were going to watch a movie, but then we didn't because someone got too tired. But anyway, the second night, we had a little bit of a problem. Now, you might remember that they woke us up very early. Like, we got up at 7, and then we didn't get back until about 10:30 or 11 to our dorms. And that was a little bit of a problem, because you go insane when you're tired. First, you were kind of normal. I mean, you went and you took a shower, and you said I couldn't make a blanket fort, but I made one while you were gone. And then you came back. We took a little bit of it down, but we were basically fine. I mean, we were just chilling on either side of the room, like in our beds. I was playing on my iPod, and I had brought some snacks, and so one of them was a box of Teddy Grahams, and so I turn to you and I say, "Would you like some Teddy Grahams?" And you burst out laughing like I told you the funniest joke in the world. I was very confused at that moment. And so you were just laughing it up. You couldn't breathe. You were laughing so hard. And so I turn to you again and I say, a little bit more confused this time, "Do you want some Teddy Grahams?" You just keep on laughing. And then you start crying, and you're like, "Why am I laughing?" And you start crying because you're laughing. And they start laughing because you're crying. And it was a circle. For like a half an hour, I couldn't say anything because you would just start laughing all over again. And so I couldn't stop, and you finally kind of died down a little bit. It was just more of a little type thing. Then we get a knock on our door, and we can hear it because they're not very soundproof. The doors and the walls and everything, nothing's soundproof there. And it's the other people from our group, and they knock on the door and they say, "Hey, could we get some help? We don't know. We need to get our counselor's number, and we know you have it." Because they had an emergency and everything, and they needed the counselor. And so I turn to you, and I look you in the eyes, and I say, "Libby, you better keep your mouth shut and keep it together while we have company over." And you're just like, "Okay. And so I open up the door after I know that you are, in fact, okay. And the 2 girls, they come in and they talk and we call the counselor, and then you're pretty fine. You're a normal person again for like 5 minutes. And then I let them go, and I'll know when the counselor's there because, again, nothing is soundproof. And so they go off and they do their own thing, go back to their room, and I'm closing the door behind them like, "Okay, bye-bye," and I turn around and you're face down on the floor, laughing your butt off. I didn't know what was going on. And so I just said, "Libby, get up," and you're like, okay, and then you get up off the floor, and you look at me, and you're like, okay, and I say, "Libby, go to bed." And so that's what you do. You sit down, you go to bed, and I didn't say anything, because I know the second I say something else, you will burst out laughing again. So you were still laughing, and then you were crying because you were laughing the same circle, 30-minute cycle before they came. And then you die down, and everything's calm, and you go to bed, you go to sleep, and I'm up, and I'm on my iPod, just, chilling, trying to get a new high score on 1010. It's all dark since I turned off the lights because I was gonna go to bed once I get my new high score. I hear this little thumping on the wall, and it was obviously just like someone trying to put something in the plug of their charger. But you know what you do? You bolt straight up out of bed, and then you didn't even look at me. You just said, "What was that?" in the most airy voice, creepy voice I can think of ever coming out of your mouth. And I just say, Libbie, there's just someone banging on the door. Go to bed. You're just, okay. And then you just sort of lay slowly back down again, and you go to bed again. You go to sleep. And I ask you about this in the morning. Like, what was up with you last night? And apparently you don't remember any of this, which is why I'm telling you this story.